All right. Giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kwakadash, on to the elder apostles, elders of GMS, peace, salutations, blessing to the Archium, living is true, shalom, hope for elect, and get into a little lesson, a little will be edifying. I taught this lesson, mass deception, all right, because Esau, through his many means, his many ways of deceiving the masses, is doing exactly that. All right. All right, this is Jeremiah 9, verse 3. And they bend their tongues like their bow for lies. All right, everything these devils push, all right, there's an agenda behind it. We see how, they pushing their current agenda, upon the whole world. All right, trying to hit everybody with that juice. All right, and they speaking lies, saying, oh, we're worried about everybody's, well-being, worried about, the health of the general population. But in reality, they're trying to do population control. They're trying to make everybody perpetual slaves. All right. These devils have, all the riches of the world. All right. The top elite and, those families that are tied into, joining hand in hand with these devils, while the rest of the earth is, on that lower end, had to work their whole lives just to, die. And then, if they had kids, they try, nothing even gets passed down. The government's come and take everything, the land, the houses, whatever it may be. At the end of the day, it all goes back into the hands of the wicked. All right. Jeremiah 9, verse 3. And they bend their tongues like their bows, like their bow for lies. All right. And Esau, Edom, is blessed with the fatness of the earth. And he gonna live by that sword. All right. Bow, that word bow, it goes into another form of the sword. It says they bend their tongues like their bow. So these devils live by the sword, but also, so they bend their tongue like their bow for lies. All right. Because a sword is in many shapes. All right. Whether it be a physical sword, or they deceiving with their tongue, all right, causing the nations, causing Israel to, commit iniquity, causing those whom, are blind, to basically follow and worship the beast, all right, to their own destruction. And we understand at the end of the day, it's all through, the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shah. All right, whomever gonna receive this truth and who won't. But it says, but they are not valiant for the truth upon the earth. All right, they don't hearken to this message. All right, they want to hear, what's being pushed through, Esau Edom's media. All right, they want to follow after, some set up celebrity. They want to, follow after, traditions of men. All right, but there's a recompense for all that. All right, you go not in the way, Yahweh Shem Shah, then, Lord Yahweh Shem Shah set a recompense for you. It says, for they proceed from evil to evil, and they know not me, saith the Lord Yahweh. All right, and that's man. You look out in the earth right now, and that's the current state throughout the earth, except for, the hopeful elect hearkening to this truth, seeing it for what it is. All right. Because you got, many, many people, the masses, they just proceed from one evil to another. All right. Whatever Esau say is accepted, is good, then the weak minded, the feeble minded, eventually they coming around to it. Oh no, they push that what God love everybody, hey, it clear states, throughout the scriptures, Lord, he hate the evil. All right. If you out here, partaking in the evil ways of the wicked, then the Most High Yahweh Shah, hey, he not pleased with that. All right, and you gonna get that recompense. Let me get this. Jeremiah 9:4. Take ye heed every one of his neighbor, and trust ye not in any brother, for every brother will utterly supplant, and every neighbor will walk with slanders. All right, that's a clear example of if they ain't rooted in this truth, then you cannot trust anybody. All right, who not walking accordingly, to the standard of the scriptures. We understand we're in this wicked flesh. What say a just man, a righteous man falls 7 times to get back up. We in this wicked flesh, but we trying to uphold the standard of the scriptures to the best of our ability. All right. While rest of this world, they all about pleasing, the flesh, pleasing themselves, chasing that bag. At the end of the day, they all about, gaining carnal, getting that carnal gain, right now, rather than focusing on, the hereafter. All right, and us, the sincere Akim, Akwaltim, whom are coming to this truth, we understand, the current situation we in. We could try to make ends meet to the best of our ability, but we understand through the scriptures that a time we're gonna come, and the way it's looking in the very near future, where we are going to be faced with a choice. That choice is going to be to either bow down, worship this beast system, and do what they say, or endure until the end. All right, with this truth. All right, with the instruction of this truth. All right, that's why I say, what it's saying that how shall I say, I see every brothers against brothers, households divided. All right, and these times are coming, these very uncomfortable situations that are going to be, in the near future. You're going to have, your neighbors, people of your family, whomever, and they're going to turn on you. All right. Because they, if they blinded, if they ain't received this gospel, all right, at the end of the day, they gonna look at, us as bug outs, conspiracy theorists or whatever, but that's what it is. They didn't accept the men of the Lord of the past. They didn't accept Yahweh Shai. All right. The masses did not accept, our Lord and Savior when he was on the scene. All right. And just like Yahweh Shai say, how much more, all right? If they not accept him, how much more us, So I can get that. What is that precept? All right, this is John chapter 15, verse 18. All right, in the words of Yahushua, it said, if the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. Okay? So if ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. All right, verse 20. Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. All right, and all the Akim, coming into this fold, we are, serving Yahweh Shai, all right, whatever, shape, form, fashion, pushing this truth out. All right. And let's say the servant is not greater than his Lord. All right, not greater than Yahweh Shai. Said, if they have Yahweh Shai said, if they have persecuted me, they'll also persecute you. Okay. Again, Yahweh Shai, they persecuted him. All right, they didn't accept him. So if they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. Okay. And I'll continue on here. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. They don't receive Yahushua. Then it would say they deny, Yahushua, and they deny the Father too. All right. It says, if I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not had sin, but now they have no cloak for their sin. He that hateth me hateth my Father also. So, going down that order, Yahweh Shai, then men, men of Israel, whom are awoken to this truth, whom are, preaching this message, throughout the earth. All right, the time come where this, this word that brothers is pushing out. All right, the hopeful elect gonna receive it, and everybody else is gonna be condemned by it. They're not. You know what I mean? They just gonna fan a hand. They're just gonna continue on their path, whatever. All right, so back to Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 5 says, and they will deceive everyone his neighbor and will not speak the truth. All right, and there ain't no, just like say John chapter 8, verse 44, and how Shai's, cursing out, I think it's the wicked Israelites, but you can take that, and use it for today. Many of these people are of their father, the devil. All right. They're chasing after Esau, Edom. All right. They don't hearken into the words of Yahweh Shai. All right. But whatever Esau push, all right, what these devils push on TV, their media, through all their, wicked enchantments, sorcery, wherever it is, they eat that up, It says again, Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 5, and they will deceive everyone his neighbor and will not speak the truth. All right. And they're all about pushing, this wickedness throughout the earth. All right. It says they have taught their tongue to speak lies. All right. All these devils, everybody who join hand in hand, all these media figures, you constantly see when, they throwing up the Baphomets, and they have taught, like it says, they have taught their tongue to speak lies. All right. It says, and weary themselves to commit iniquity. All right. It says thy habitation is in the midst of deceit. Through deceit, they refuse to know me, said the Lord Yahweh. All right. And through all this deceit, that's being pushed, labeling, brothers who bring out the truth, who link up, scriptures and prophecies with ongoing, current events, where they try to label, brothers, conspiracy theorists, But at the end of the day, they're not receiving the message that's being preached. All right. All right, and you got a lot of I'll start verse 17, Romans chapter 16, verse 17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. All right, and that's pretty much everybody. Even in throughout Israel, you got these other, camps, and though they come with the the message that is similar unto the truth, the elder apostles on down, like my brothers in GMS that's pushing, though they come with the doctrine that's similar, they actually causing divisions because it's not the same doctrine. All right, little pieces here and there that the other camps are going off on, just like your other religious groups. All right, they causing divisions. All right. Again, it says, now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. So we're to avoid, those whom are contrary to the doctrine. All right. This is a point though. Verse 18, for they that are such serve not our Lord Yahweh Mashiach, but their own belly. And by good words and fair speeches, see what a lot of people have a problem with, the language, all right, the delivery of the message, that's being pushed, by the brotherhood. All right, saying, y'all curse, y'all we ain't using, a sophisticated, words, what it may be. All right, but it says, and by good words and fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple. So, hey, many of these simple people, simple-minded people, hey, they ain't gonna want to hearken to, high school dropout, with the Bible in their hand, stay on the street corner. But hey, that's the way how I shot set it up. Like say the next precept. 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 18, let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seem to be wise in this world, let him become a fool, that he may be wise. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High. For it is written, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness. All right, so again, the wisdom of this world, with their good words and fair speeches, are deceiving the hearts of the simple. All right, but through the spirit and power, how about you shy? Starting with the elder apostles, the elders on down, like my brothers, come to umbrella GMS. Hey, this wisdom, through the spirit and power, how about you shy? This wisdom, this wisdom, knowledge, understanding, how about you shy? Hey, it is destroying the wisdom of this world. Was that 1 Corinthians chapter 1? 1 Corinthians chapter 1, around the 19th to 20th verse. Let's see. Yeah, 19. 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 19. For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise and will bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent. All right. And I say, for it is written, all right, those whom are wise in this world, the Lord, Yahweh Shah, through the Spirit, being on men, all right, to bring out this truth, all right, to confound this world. This is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 14. That we henceforth all right, Ephesians chapter 4, verse 14, that we henceforth be no more children tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness. Again, who's that cunning hunter? Esau, Edom. All right. And through his craftiness, he's able to deceive the masses. All right. These devils are pushing, their witchcraft, their agenda, every which way they can, through the media, through, whether it be sports, whether it be, artists, so-called artists, music, these commercials, even on the children, through cartoons, pushing the cartoons, getting hit with that juice, whatever it is. All right. Esau is a cunning hunter. All right. It says, whereby they lie and wait to deceive. All right. The devil that the Bible speaks of, the wicked here on earth, Esau, Edom. All right. Nothing these devils have done is righteous. All right. Just like, just prime example, when they come over here to, so-called lands of America, which is Babylon the Great, spiritual Sodom and Egypt, they use their cunning craftiness, into the tribes that was up, already here. And they lied and wait to deceive them. All right. And once these devils deceive them, what happened? They run through them. All right. Verse 15 says, but speaking the truth in love may grow up into him all things, which is the head, even Yahushua Mashiach. All right, so we're pushing this message of truth. This is Ephesians chapter 5, verse 6. Let no man deceive you with vain words. All right, vain. Let's get that word vain real quick. Basically empty. All right, they don't mean nothing. It's just words. All right, so that word vain is kinos.
Strong's G 2756. Kenos.
Kinos.
Kenos.
All right, and it says empty, vain, devoid of truth. All right. Vain, of no purpose. All right, so again, clear states, let no man deceive you with vain words, empty words. All right. And what can Esau eat? And what can these devils offer you? Nothing. All right. And if they do offer anything, it's going to be in the carnal realm. All right. So again, that has an end date. All right. All these, those who've joined hand in hand with the wicked, they were deceived. They were deceived, through vain words, vain, carnal, come ups, promises, whatever it is. By the end of the day, all right, that's emptiness, because that's in this carnal realm. All right, and we know the track record for Esau Edom. Once he uses people up, he liable, he liable just to hush him up for good. But that's the that's what happens. You lay down with these devils. All right. Says, for because of these things cometh the wrath of the Most High upon the children of disobedience. All right, so everybody whom falling after, Esau, Edom, trusting this wicked, the wicked agenda, whom come against the truth of the Bible, hey man, that wrath from the Most High is upon the children of disobedience. All right. 1 John chapter 3, verse 7. Little children, let no man deceiveth you. He that doeth righteousness is righteous, even as he is righteous. All right, verse 8 says, he that commits sin is of the devil, for the devil sinneth from the beginning. For this purpose, the Son of the Most High was manifested, that he might destroy the works of the devil. All right, so again, these devils are deceiving the masses. We can clearly see that they are not righteous, all right, through the laws of the land, all right, the wickedness that's pushed throughout this earth, all right. We know that is not of the Most High, that's not of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, but rather of the wicked, all right, rather of the devil. All right, this is Revelation chapter 20, verse 3. I'll start verse 2. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, all right, which is a man going to Esau, Edom, and bound him 1,000 years. All right, this 1,000 years, was the pre Renaissance. All right, the so-called dark ages. All right, from like 350 to 1400, roughly, somewhere in between, that time period. All right, before the Renaissance, before these devils was able to build build back. All right, and that's what these devils, what they pushing throughout the media. They want to build back. I don't even want to say it because hey, it's all witchcraft at the end of the day. All right, these devils, they all speaking the same thing. All right, that's why the brotherhood, those whom are in this truth, we all trying to speak on the same thing. All right, we're not having divisions among us. All right, because the media, the devil, all right, the wicked powers that be, they all speaking the same thing. Okay. And if somewhere in there, someone's coming up against what they speaking, hey, they shun them. All right, they cut them off. Okay, so that's why it's very important that the brotherhood, those whom are receive this truth, come in that same, we are to say one mind, one doctrine. It says, and cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up. And the bottomless pit, I think, was over there in Europe or somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see real quick. Just for edification's sake. They don't say, but all right, it says, and cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up and set a seal upon him. All right, that he should deceive the nations no more. So again, these devils are all about deception. All right, so through this time period from roughly 300 to 1400, all right, Yahweh Shai had removed the power of these other wicked, all right, that they weren't going to be able to deceive the nations no more. All right, but it says, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. So that 1,000 years was fulfilled. All right, going back to the 1400s. I started the Renaissance. All right, and after that, he must be loosed a little season, and we are in the end of that little season, Lord willing. All right. So again, Esau, Edom, Satan, the devil. All right, the wicked, whom the earth has been given power to, all right? We understand, all right, what these devils are about. Deception, okay? And we understand the times we're in. We are, in the end of this little season, all right? Because Yahweh Shai, going to return and take down, remove the crowns, all right, from the current powers that be, all right, and then that's gonna be what say Romans was that that's Second Ezra, actually Second Ezra chapter 6 verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow. All right. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Okay. And that's going into the kingdom. All right. So where was right here? And that's just for edification's sake. Get this word deceive. Planao.
Strong's G 4105. Planao.
Says to cause to stray, to lead astray, lead aside from the right way. All right, the ways of Yahweh Shem Yashai is the right way. But what is this? What is the earth? What are these wicked rulers of the earth pushing? They want to lead you away from the right way. They want to push straight and utter confusion, straight and utter contrary to the ways of Yahweh Shem Yashai. All right, everything the Lord created is like say what does it say? Salakia. The potter's clay. All right. Let's say he that what they say, he that framed it had no understanding, That's what this world's pushing. They're pushing that, they sitting in that seat proclaiming the beat. They're trying to change the ways of Yahweh Shem Yashai. All right. And it's all blasphemy at the end of the day. And then they, what they got going on over here, complete and utter confusion. You got the alphabets. You got people, trying to change, what it is. All right, and that's them saying the Lord Yahweh Shai has no understanding. All right, when the Lord Yahweh Shai set it up the way it is. All right, and for anybody to go against that, it's complete and utter wickedness, satanic devil crap. You know what I mean? It says to lead away from the truth. And again, you even have this in these other camps. They leading away. They're trying to lead away from the truth, to lead into error. What they're saying. Some other camps say, you don't have to. We spend too much time, waiting on, the return of our Lord Yahweh Shai. All right, that's going to lead people into error. That's being deceitful. All right, because we clearly see all the telltale signs that we are knocking on that door. We are right there. All right, man. But again, the Lord Yahweh Shai, he give his spirit, to whom he will, and he called, those whom, are called, and everybody else, hey, just have to wait and see. All right. Here's that definition, Google definition of the word deception. It says the action of deceiving someone. All right, and look at this, the little line they threw in here. This it's obtaining property by deception. Again, going back to how these devils obtain all their property through deception. Just like the land Babylon the Great, America, they come over here into the tribes, all right, and they obtain this property by deception. So it clearly another prime example of whom the devil is. And again, you break down that word devil, all right? Let me get it real quick. Get this. It goes into deceiver, diablos, all right? In the Greek, it's diablos.
Strong's G 1228. Diabolos. Diabolos.
Prone to slander, slanderous, accusing falsely, calumniator, false, accuser, slander. All right. And look over here. See all these devils with their little masks. Hey, that's man. Crazy, man. The water Yahweh Shema Shah, for giving us this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, calling us into this truth. Lord willing, we be a part of that hopeful number. All right. This is John 10, verse 10. The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. All right. These devils, the powers that be, all right, they come to steal, kill, and destroy. It's that simple. So when they pushing out, juicing the whole world, hey, it's going to be one of these things to steal, kill, or destroy. All right. I mean, it's simple. It says, Yahushua said, I am come that they might have life and then they might have it more abundantly. Okay? Oh, I think I already got that. That's pretty much the point, Hey, Shalom, Ark, brother in his likeness, Yasha'Allah. Yahweh Bashim, Yahashah, Bashim, Kwakadash, Brakathon, Ta'ala Sasir Arkim, Arkwathium. I'll go ahead and wrap up the lesson. Kwam Yasha'Allah, Abal Ball, DTA. Hey, we got eyes to see, and we see and perceive. So it's a true blessing from Yahweh Shah. All right. We know Esau, you're going to keep deceiving the masses, at an alarming rate. But hey, this is all part prophecy. Okay. And, like brother say, hey, we almost home, fam. We just, Lord willing, we enduring to the end. Our Lord willing, we be chosen, But as for everybody else, hey, they falling after the ways of the beast. They're falling, their oppressor. They're falling, the wicked. All right, so ain't no chance for everybody, everybody who in that stead, they ain't even no chance. All right, we know what's written. That's why I say, let me get that real quick. I'll end with that. Is it in Sirach or Slock? I can't think. It's my second Esdras. Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 13, and therefore be thou Salakia. 2 Ezra 9 and 13. And therefore be now, Shalakia, and therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished and when. All right. We clearly see, whom the ungodly are those whom, are not, you know, hearing this, who don't want to, hear the truth, who don't want to, do anything to please Yahweh Shem Yahshua. All right. They're lost in the sauce. And at one time, we understand that we was all kind of lost in the sauce, but through spirit power, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, we is here now. All right. So again, that's true blessing. All right. So it says, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and for whom the world is created. Okay. So, we're inquiring how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and whom the world is created. All right, so again with that, all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahshua, Hashem Kwakadosh. Until next time, Shalom.